Hey there, guys. This is Darwin with another review. I thought I'd actually wind down with another beer. This is after reviewing the Lagunitas Imperial Red. By the way, I actually did have a heady topper. This is actually from my previous visit in Vermont about 4 months ago. And if you guys actually want a little update, the beer actually despite it being a Brazilian beer, the aroma has really dropped out a huge amount, but the flavor is still very much there. I would obviously say it's like past its quote unquote prime. But for 4 month IPA or hoppy beer, I mean, it is on the flavor. It is still very much so what you want from Heady Topper. If I was given a bunch of different dates of Heady Topper, I might not be able to pick out this one as quote unquote the older one. It's maybe just slightly less hoppy, but yeah, it very much still has very much a similar flavor profile. Very much the same beer. Aroma is just mostly distracting. But anyway, we're talking about this beer. This is Berliner style lager from Jack's Abbey. This is basically their take on a Berlinerweisse. Berlinerweisse is obviously from Germany, an old traditional style, and actually has a lot of brewing similarities to Goza. You've seen me review Westbrook Goza and Anderson Valley's Goza, and basically Goza has coriander salt in it. This does not, and from what I understand, they're very much wheat based beers. In the brewing process, and then they're filled with lactic acid, so they're going to be tart, and this is obviously a lager because from Jack's Abbey. So let's dig in. So the beer comes in a nice kind of a hazy, light golden, almost like a white wine, hazy golden straw color. Let's get the aroma. This really does smell very much like a Goza. It's not as tart as Westbrook Goza. It's not too fruity. But it's got that like lemon tartness. It's like almost like watered down lemon juice. Obviously not the salt. This does not have salt. But yeah, it's got that wheat character. It's like wheat rolled around with like lemon. So yeah, cheers. Oh wow, that's quite nice. Again, very much reminds me of a Goza. Nice and refreshing. In the front, you get that tartness of like lemon peel. There's a lot of like, it actually like goes from front to the palate all the way almost to the end. Good amount of wheat kind of flavor. Again, very much like Goza, like that wheat character in the middle sort of takes over, gives that beer sort of like that like breadiness that you might get from other beers, just that wheat quality that takes over. On the back is really dry. It actually falls off with flavor. Slightly aggressively, not too much on the back end. It's lacking the salt, so it really doesn't have like a balance of like that tart quality in the front that a Goza might have, and then salt in the back. It's just tart in the front, wheat, and then the back end's just like a bit blank. But yeah, I mean, this is still quite refreshing. The ABV, it is a 3.5% ABV beer. A lot of flavor for 3.5. I mean, relatively. I mean, in general, this is not a very flavorful beer because that back end's like slightly, blank. But for 3.5, this is flavorful. I mean, 3.5, like, you don't, like, you're heading towards water, right? Like, but it's quite tasty. And, so yeah, I'm going to give this beer, an 88. I think it's pretty good. It's quite refreshing. I would love to have, like, a good amount of this, but it's slightly pricey. But, yeah, until next time, guys, cheers. This is, Jack's Abbey's Berliner style lager. Maybe I'll review a more traditional German style Berliner Weisse sometime. Cheers.